Tragedy in Cairo involving a fallen officer is still impacting many across the area. Clarence Williams, also known as CJ, was in a foot chase on January 28th when he suddenly collapsed and suffered from what officials say was a medical episode and died. As WALB News 10's Lena Allen reports, people even outside of Cairo are making sure to never forget the 23-year-old hero.
People who knew CJ and worked with him tell me it was natural for him to put the community before himself. He would do things like mentor high school students and even sit with people and talk with them to make them feel safe. It's because of those actions and more that people everywhere are making sure to honor the late officer. A decal with CJ's number will be placed on patrol cars at the Cairo Police Department, and his picture will forever hang on a wall in the agency. Law enforcement is even remembering CJ through uniform, with a black stripe put through their badges.
It's important to be a police officer, but it's also important to be a community servant, and that's basically what CJ was.
CJ's story has traveled across Georgia to some parts like Gainesville, where a 12-year-old boy ran a mile holding a flag.
Like, who doesn't want to run for the heroes that risked their lives to save us?
CJ was the 1,440th first responder running for Heroes Incorporated has honored. CJ's picture will be hung up on the organization's memorial wall in Winter Springs, Florida, so that honoring him goes beyond the 1 mile run.
The harsh reality is, on average, we lose over 200 first responders a year in the line of duty. And these are family members that go into work with the same intention that we have to come home at the end of the day, that don't get to come back home to their families.
While CJ may no longer be here, sadly, his mark has already been left everywhere.
It's those little things that each person has in their heart and in their mind, their soul and spirit that CJ did for them or with them when he was still here.
Lieutenant Redden tells me that the Cairo Police Department is planning more memorial services for CJ to make sure that his name is never forgotten. Now, the funeral service for CJ is scheduled for Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Family Worship Center in Cairo. Live in the studio, Lena Allen, WALB, your hometown news source.